Oh my word! What a strike! Hello everyone, now we've got a bit of a different start to today's video as I've made my way to the Canillas neighbourhood in the Hortaleza district in the northeast of Madrid. Now you're probably wondering why the hell I'm standing outside a bar and you know if I've just been pulling an all-nighter in this bar, but in fact I'm here because the team I'm going to see in action today, Club Deportivo Canillas, was actually founded in this bar in 1961. Now it was founded by a group of friends and initially they started off playing in the amateur leagues. Now it's a club that's built itself up and eventually won promotion to the Tercera División last season, despite having never previously been close to winning promotion. Now it's something that I think the club never really envisaged would ever happen, and it's an absolutely brilliant story. So I was walking along and I saw this peeking out above the rest of the buildings in this district, and I thought to myself, what the hell is this? This looks like it should be in the city centre of Moscow or St. Petersburg, and right enough, it's a Russian Orthodox church. Unexpected. So here we are, we've arrived at the ground, very glamorous from outside as you can see. It's about a 15-minute walk along the roads from the bar, and it's very easy to get here from the metro. It's literally about a 20-second walk from the Pinar del Rey stop, which is on line 8, which is the airport line. Let's get in and check it out. There's a Spanish term which is fútbol modesto, which translates, as you can probably imagine, to modest football. And I think this might be the most modest of modest football that I've seen so far, and I absolutely love it. Look how close we are. The smell of deep heat is rife. So as I mentioned before, this is Canillas' first ever game in the Tercera División, and they've started with a bang, although in a bit of a negative sense. So they've lost their first 2 games, and there's been plenty of goals in those games. There was actually 11 in total, so they lost 4-3 at home to Getafe being their first ever home fixture, and they followed that up by losing 3-1 away to San Fernando de Henares. So let's hope the goals continues. As for today's opponents, that's Trival Valderas. They finished in mid-table last season. You might remember I went to see them towards the end of last year, I think it was. Now, they've actually started with back-to-back victories and they've yet to concede a goal. So they won 1-0 away to Atletico Pinto, and they followed it up with a 2-0 home victory against Rayo Vallecano's B team. So they're sitting pretty at the top of the table. I tell you what, standing on this hallowed turf is really making me feel like playing a game. Although I think I'm standing in the wrong spot. I've never really been a centre back. It's the Canillas Ultras. Just like that, the dream's over. I was out last night, but I feel like I've got 20 minutes in me, so lads, if you need me, you know where I am. No silky football from the off here. Has there ever been a player who's been ruled offside who's actually set the lines in? Actually, do you know what? I was offside. Playing the ball out from the back, I like it. Especially if the linesman moves. No, it didn't last very long though. Right, 1 shot apiece so far. Starting to heat up a little bit. I've got a lot of competition today for the prime vantage points. I think these guys are obviously capable of getting a tan though. There's nobody on the other side in the stand. Oh, is that a handball shout? Not sure, right, pushing the back. Nothing given. Oh, nicely done. Oh, you're in. Lovely little finish there. And it's the first open play goal I've managed to catch on camera this season. Get in. The guy from the radio standing right next to me, calling out the goal.
Canillas, marca Álvaro, Canillas 1, Trival 0.
Oh, what a spectacular dive that was. Oh, and that looked like it might have been offside. He's called loads of offsides in this first half. I think that might have been offside. I'm not totally sure though. That is 1-1. The guy on the right spike to pipe up again. There he goes. Oh, there's also another one there. He's too busy with the radio guy. Almost an absolute cracker of a finish. Oh, what an almighty mess. That was Scotland-esque. Got away with it though. Some interesting insight into the life of a linesman so far. Spent most of the game saying bien, good, occasionally muy bien, very good, and the odd limpio, clean. Although he's had a bit of a running battle with both dugouts, it seems. Told them to sit down and shut up basically at one point, but very politely. Oh, lovely ball. Oh, chance. Offside. Again, I think they've been offside almost every single time the ball's been played into the box, apart from the goal. Well, I've got to say, that was a really enjoyable first half of football. I have to commend Canillas for the way they're trying to play the ball out from the back. They're kind of playing with three central defenders. None of them look particularly good on the ball, but they've kind of had most of the ball throughout the first half. To be honest, they've kept it pretty well between them, but as soon as they get past a certain point in the pitch, things just start to break down. And it's exactly what I was thinking just before they actually managed to score the goal. I think it's one of the only times they managed to draw the opposition out and find a space for a pass, which led to a dangerous attack. As for Trival Valderas, they've been a bit more direct in the way they've been playing. There've been a lot of crossfield passes, a lot of big switches as well. They've been trying to hit their big number 9 as early as possible. He looks actually quite a good player. He's held it up quite well when he's managed to stay on side, which hasn't been all that often. And as I mentioned before, I think one of the only balls into the box that they weren't flagged offside for led to the goal. So yeah, 1-1 being a cracking first half. Let's hope for more goals in the second period. Right, by popular demand, I'm going to go and check out the bar, which is pretty jumping at the moment. So we've got a fair amount of buzz in the bar, as you can see, and here we've got a pretty sizable trophy cabinet. I'm assuming these trophies are all kind of regional trophies that they've won over the years, and we have also got, which I particularly like, this kind of figure of Zidane's volley from the Champions League final in 2002. What a goal that was. Got Manchester United over here. I don't know when they were playing here, must have come to the wrong game. Very nice. Telling you, if the netting wasn't here, this would be a cracking little spot to watch the game. Although, to be fair, you might get your beer knocked all over you. As you know, I like to try and give you as many different viewpoints as I can when I'm at these games, although it's really not that good from that side in the stand. You're in the shade, but you've got a kind of metal fence which partially obstructs your view, and you're also looking at those flats over there as well. Having said that, I think the general public are forced to sit in the stand. I don't think anyone's allowed around here unless you're press or staff or players or officials or what have you. That was a header in slow motion there, and the keeper went down in even slower motion. Oh, what a strike. Fairly connected with that one. Unlucky. It's a pretty lovely looking house over there, which kind of sticks out a little bit in this area. Just a long range volley out of nowhere that crept just over the bar. Canillas are looking much more likely to score a second goal here. Thought I'd missed my chance to see Redondo in action. I really hope he comes on. He's one of my all-time favourite players. Oh, what a chance! Fluffed it. Oh my word! What a strike! Take him out, son. You deserve it. So the staff working in the bar were wearing a t-shirt which said, "We made the impossible possible," i.e. getting promoted to Tercera División. I think there's a pretty decent turnout for a small club, although entry is free, which I guess always helps. But I don't know why there are not more clubs who do that, to try and encourage people to come in, you know, youngsters get a taste of their local team, and to, you know, to make more money in the bar as well. People are always going to go in and buy a beer or get some churros or a sandwich or something. Oh, dangerous ball. Yes, Redondo is coming on. Oh, wait a second. This club is actually a bit more big time than I thought. I've just realised that there's this big scoreboard here in the corner, although I'm not sure it's too easy to actually make out what it says. And that is by far the closest Trival Valderas have come to an equaliser. Flashed across the face of goal. Nobody can get a touch though. It's a historic moment, a first ever Tercera División victory for Canillas. Absolutely brilliant. Guard of honour from the group of kids that were behind the goal. Have to pay special homage to them because they were the ones making all the noise. Really great to see youngsters out supporting their local team, not just glory hunting and going after Real Madrid and Atleti and Barca. They're singing Canillas are a Tercera team, which doesn't really, it's not very catchy in English, but it works in Spanish. They've definitely cemented their place in the division today. Great performance. So there we have it, 2-1 to Canillas in the end, and what a game of football that was. A thoroughly deserved victory for the home team as well. There was no threat whatsoever from Trival Valderas going forward. I think the one that I mentioned that flashed across the face of goal towards the end, that was pretty much all they had. They were pumping balls forward, but there was absolutely no way through. Canillas had the middle of the park very well populated. They just couldn't find a way through them at all. I think the last 20 minutes, Trival Valderas put on a bit more pressure, but you know, didn't create a single opportunity to score at all. So yeah, thoroughly deserved victory for the home team. So yeah, a cracking little place to come and watch a game of football. I really hope that's come across on the video. Thanks so much for watching as always. Remember to follow the team on tour on social media, and most importantly, to subscribe on YouTube. I'll see you again next week.